when we're asked to draw an angle in standard position, we always start with an initial side. So this is the initial side. Okay, so an angle of 0 degrees, boom, that's it, right here, right on the x-axis. Okay, and then we start rotating this way. That's the direction of rotation for angles, counterclockwise. So 30 degrees means we're somewhere between a 90-degree rotation, right, and probably a little bit less than 45, and actually not just probably, definitely a little bit less than 45. So this is a rough sketch of a 30-degree angle. And that's it. That's all we have to do. We've drawn an angle in standard position. And so negative 80 degrees, if it's negative, that just means you go backwards. You go clockwise instead of counterclockwise. So here's my initial side. Negative 80 means I'm a little bit shy of a full 90-degree rotation. So this is roughly negative 80 degrees. Now, if they give you units in terms of radians, if they give you radian measurements, you could always convert that to degrees and do the same thing, right? To convert from degrees, cut out the pi, so you're left with 1/2, and then multiply by 180. There we go. That's the same thing as a 90-degree angle. Or the other way of thinking about it is radians is talking about the circumference of the unit circle. And all that means is that you're talking about a circle with a radius of 1. Okay? So if you remember the formula for the circumference of a circle, it's 2 pi r, right? But if we're talking about the unit circle, then 1 goes in for r. So the whole circumference, this whole way around the circle, is 2 pi. That's the circumference of a unit circle. So we're not talking about half the circle, which would be pi. We're talking about half of a circle, so that's 90 degrees. Okay? So this would be how you could express it. The 90-degree angle that we talked about. And same thing for this one. You can cut the pi out and multiply by 180. So you're left with negative 1/6 times 180, so that's negative 30 degrees. That's the same thing as this one. Or you could use that same logic that we were just talking about. Pi over 4 is 45 degrees. That's one you'll often want to reference. So pi over 6 is even more narrow. So negative 30 degrees, in other words, negative pi over 6 is right here.